I can honestly say I never thought I'd be doing anything like this.
Stop wiggling around. Oh, Barry. I hope that was good for you because it's going to cost you.
I think I'm gonna love steakhouse.
Oh, stop. We want the client to hear that on playback.
Men these days have no idea how to treat a woman. They could have at least sprung for a motel room.
No. No motel, no receipt. No receipt, no paper trail. Which is why the wife has me following him around. Let's see.
Barry. Yes. Barry.
You know, I was once caught in flagrante delicto with the girlfriend of a Vegas mobster. The mug popped me twice in the gut.
I'm having a hard time picturing you as a gangster.
When Bugsy caught me bumping uglies with his twist, he went off the track, clipped me on the spot. He had his boys dump me in a Vegas landfill like I was yesterday's garbage. He figured I was down for the long dirt nap. But the next night, I was back with his skirt, ribbed up with the perfect song.
But hey, wait a minute. You need blood to heal.
There's lots of life in a dump, and beggars can't be choosers.
Oh. Wow, I hope she was worth it.
Love is always worth the risk. Eternity's a long time to live with regret.
Did you ever consider writing greeting cards?
Dad already did that.
The muscle tone isn't nearly supple enough. What if his wife were to reach out and hold his hand? All she would feel is his death. Now apologize.
Sorry.
Not to me.
Mr. Swanson, I apologize.
Now you may activate the pump. Let's keep Mr. Swanson some privacy, shall we? Words cannot begin to express how terribly sorry I am about this, Mrs. Swanson. Rest assured, this has never happened before.
Diesel's funeral was supposed to be this afternoon.
As soon as your husband is retrieved,
Retrieved? He's not some bone for a dog to find, Mr. Ulyanov. I'm going to the police.
No one wants this sad final chapter of Mr. Swanson's life to become public knowledge. Miss Nelson, thank you for coming so quickly.
Well, your message did say it was urgent.
Yes, very urgent. Mrs. Swanson, this was the private detective I was telling you about. She would ensure that your husband is found as quickly as possible.
You'll find my Diesel.
I'll do my best. If you'll excuse me, I believe Mr. Ulyanov and I have some particulars to discuss about your case.
Thank you, Miss Nelson. You come highly recommended. Dr. Mohadevan assures me I can expect results.
Well, in the future, you might want to make sure I'll actually take the case before you start making promises.
And you can be discreet, yes? This matter requires discretion, above all else, and results. Discretion and results.
Why don't you just start by telling me what happened to the late Mr. Swanson?
He arrived 2 days ago. Liver failure. Jaundice wreaks havoc with the skin tone, so he was scheduled for an overnight. When I came in this morning to check on the status of his embalming procedure, he was gone.
Was there any evidence of a break-in?
The back door was jimmied open. He must have came and left that way.
Are you sure?
Ivan and I were in the front office working on some paperwork. We would have seen him go out the front. Dr. Mohadevan also assures me that I can afford you the courtesy of full disclosure.
And you haven't called the police because why?
There are aspects of this situation that the authorities wouldn't necessarily comprehend. This was taken by our security camera.
What is he doing? I need that disc. And a very large retainer. Take a look at this. What you doing?
There's something different about you.
I don't think so. Same soap, same shampoo, same detergent.
Something more primal.
I changed my fabric softener.
You smell like that.
Okay, how is that even remotely a turn on?
Decay is a common base note in most perfume. Usually derived from jasmine. The fusion of attractive and repulsive scents creates a sense of urgency, don't you think?
Not really. Now watch, please.
Who was that?
Sweet Diesel Swanson.
Not exactly my type.
He was the heavyweight champion for about 10 minutes, till the boxing commission found out he'd bet on himself.
Are you investigating his death?
Not exactly. There. What is that? Is that some kind of voodoo?
It's a form of necromancy, particularly foul magic practiced on the dead. From the looks of that mask, I'd say Egyptian. What else do you have?
Well, the guy who broke in, he knew the location of every one of the surveillance cameras, so he picked the door closest to the prep room. Never shows his face. He left no fingerprints. He knows his way around this place.
Boris Ulyanov, a necromancer? Impossible. He hired you to find Mr. Swanson.
Well, unfortunately, in my business, client does not always equal innocent.
How long have you known him?
As long as I've worked here, he's a most dedicated mortician. A heinous crime has been committed against Mr. Swanson. There's nothing worse than an Easter weekend.
I take it you don't mean the holiday with the bunnies and the chocolate.
She's talking about a resurrection.
There's a code word for Walking Dead?
Well, many colleagues have had experiences that would sound crazy to a layperson. When I started, I would see things out of the corner of my eye that I chalked up to tricks of light. Now, I accept the supernatural as a fact of life.
And apparently a fact of death. All right, thanks.
So if Boris Yulinov didn't kill him, perhaps a disgruntled employee?
Oh, disgruntled employees take office supplies.
So where does that leave us?
Well, why resurrect the dead? Love?
His wife?
Or maybe he arranged all of this for himself.
Is that what you think?
No, I think it's a possibility. He found out he had liver failure. He couldn't face it, so he went out and found someone who could resurrect him.
For the record, Swanson is reanimated. I am resurrected.
There's a difference.
Diesel Swanson is still walking only because of the dark magic to serve the necromancer who raised him. He has no freedom of will. He has no life. I maintain my personality, my intelligence, my wit,
Your humility.
my soul.
This whole Walking Dead thing must be pretty weird for you.
Pays the bills?
I've seen a lot of weird stuff. I grew up here, you know?
Was that difficult for you?
No, it's a pretty typical childhood, actually. Except for all the dead bodies. I used to hide under the caskets during the funerals and pretend to drive the hearse. And this whole place was like my playroom. I think other kids thought it was pretty cool, you know, in a freak show kind of way. When my grade 7 teacher died in a car accident, they brought her body here, and everyone wanted to see it.
Huh. Here I was having slumber parties.
Billy, my best friend at the time, we were pretty young. He dared me, and I dared him back, and you know how that goes. He pulled back the sheet, and she sat straight up.
She wasn't dead?
Oh, she was dead. Yeah, head-on collision. I could swear, though, she was looking right at me. I thought my dad was gonna kill us.
How about recently? Have you noticed anything strange?
Dead body walking out here is pretty strange.
What about disgruntled former employees or dissatisfied customers?
No, it's just my dad and I. And we've never had a dissatisfied customer. Until now.
Hi. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
If you don't mind, I'd like to get this done.
You moving?
To my sister's. I have to. No insurance. Diesel tried hard, but he wasn't the best with money.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions about his activities in the last few months?
If he wasn't here, he was at the Dome. It's a sports joint down on King. Big screen TVs, big-breasted waitresses, big everything. He took a job as a host. $600 a week, plus free food and booze to sit at the bar and schmooze the paying customers. It was embarrassing. He was only 36 and he was acting like his career was over.
Yeah, he was quite a boxer.
46-1. Every victory a knockout. He deserved that championship belt.
I heard about the bet.
The commission decided to make an example of him. Find him and lay down a 10-year ban.
Must have made him pretty angry.
He gave up. I tried to tell him that his career wasn't over, but he couldn't get over the guilt and the humiliation. That's when he started drinking. What does this have to do with someone stealing his body?
Nothing. How about friends or family? Is there anyone else who might have taken his death particularly hard?
He traded them all in for bartenders in the last few months. You can tell me if you're not going to find him.
I'm not gonna make you any promises, but I will do everything I can. Thanks for your time.
No one ever could hover as well as you.
Hey, you remember Diesel Swanson?
Diesel, the boxer, yes.
Yeah. His body was stolen from a mortuary a couple days ago.
And the reason the police weren't called is...
This is where it gets a little tricky. It was theft by resurrection. Reanimation. He's walking around. At first I thought maybe it was somebody who had something against Swanson. And then I thought maybe they had something against the funeral home. I got to thinking, and I wondered, maybe this has happened before. Maybe he's not the only one.
Well, if body snatching is the new joyriding, I haven't heard anything about it.
Could you check?
What? Body snatchers?
Yeah, or grave robbers.
Look, Vicky, I find out why people go into the ground, not why they come out. Okay, call me when he starts eating brains.
He's eating brains.
Nice try.
His body was stolen.
Making it a case for major crimes.
And he's walking around.
And that is a Vegas act. Look, Vicky, I have 5 active cases here, okay? I wish I could help you, but I can't.
All right. If you find anything out, will you let me know?
If I find something, I promise you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The mask is a representation of Anubis.
Ah, the Egyptian god of the dead.
According to the myth, he resurrected Osiris from the dead. My friend's a security guard at the museum. He lets me borrow reference material from time to time.
You stole this.
Borrowed. Can't find everything on the internet.
Ah, now all I have to do is find an Egyptian necromancer operating somewhere in the city. I love my job. Thanks for this. Good work. Klepto. You could knock.
You could call.
Didn't seem all that interested in the case.
Because I didn't consider the well-being of Mr. Swanson's corporeal husk to be an urgent priority.
Well, I gotta admit, you seemed a bit flippant.
You're searching for a body. I have absolutely no doubt that his soul is at peace.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Egyptian funeral rituals and resurrection mythology by William Carmichael.
Sounds exciting.
Well, it's 300 pages of university-grade doublespeak, complete with footnotes. He did have the courtesy to throw in a few photos.
Is there anything of value in it?
Well, let's see. The Egyptians believe that the soul was divided into 7 parts.
The Ren is your name. The Secum, energy. The Aka is best described as your ghost. Ka, life force. Ba, soul. Shiut, shadow. And the Seku, your physical remains.
Well, gee, you'd pass the pop quiz.
Spent a little bit of time in Egypt.
Yeah, I figured. The important ones for us, though, are Ba and Seku, soul and remains. The Ba was what was summoned back into the Seku during the resurrection ritual. Because they believed that if the soul didn't recognize its remains, it wouldn't return to it.
Hence, mummification of the corpse. But what does that have to do with Swanson?
Hey.
What's up, man?
Nothing like a body dump first thing in the morning, huh?
Man, don't be like that, brother. I mean, this our bread and butter.
Oh, come on. Trace evidence is completely spoiled. We've got no witnesses. There's never any way in with these.
Why you always gotta look at the downside of it, man? I mean, here we are, you know, out here in the fresh air, you know, checking some fresh anatomy.
It fails to amaze me how much you actually enjoy these. Here, give me that.
That's my childhood, man. Walking by vacant lots, checking for, you know, any kind of corpse I could find.
This is why you joined the force?
That's why every day's like Christmas, man. Hey, except for the dead bodies.
Yeah, and you're the normal part of my life. It's great.
Dispatch said the body's been all beaten up, chest all cut apart.
Yeah. It's a thoracic abdominal incision. This guy's had an autopsy already.
Well, how do you know it's not some guy trying to play amateur pathologist?
Carl Blundell, Iron Fist, local wrestler.
Yeah? What made you think of him?
Guy died of a brain aneurysm a couple of months ago.
Yo, this dude is famous? Oh, shoot, man. Man, you gotta get a picture of us, man. You're just playing, man.
You know, it's interesting. Vicky's working a body snatch case involving a missing boxer.
Man, that lady sure does get some weird cases.
Blundell's supposed to be 6 feet under. Where do you want to bet that Swanson and Blundell were taken by the same guy?
Yeah, but we're homicide, not lost and found.
What? 2 dead athletes in a month, 2 corpses taken, that doesn't raise any red flags for you?
Well, it don't add up to murder.
Hey, Doc.
Hello.
Did you get anything on those names I fired over to you?
Carl Blundell died of a brain aneurysm. Ethel Swanson succumbed to liver failure.
So they both died of natural causes?
Blundell, definitely natural causes. I can't be as certain with Swanson. According to Swanson's toxicology report, his blood contained high levels of paracetamol. Oh, it's a over-the-counter pain medication. A high level of paracetamol can cause irreversible liver failure. The attending pathologist should have flagged it.
Are you saying that somebody poisoned him?
Or he poisoned himself.
You were supposed to call me.
Yeah, Swanson's not the only body that's gone missing this month.
I know, Carl Blundell, Mahadavan called me.
Ah, the things you girls talk about.
Look, Mike, you need to be careful. This is not your usual body snatching.
Yeah, maybe not, but one's a possible homicide. Swanson may have been poisoned.
You have any suspects?
Maybe. We both know the type of killer that prefers poison as a murder weapon.
Nah, I don't think the wife's good for this.
Well, thank you very much. I'll take that under advisement. You know, this kind of connects our cases.
Oh, yeah. And you've been so helpful up till now.
Come on. What do you got?
Actually, not much. All I know was that Swanson was resurrected by a type of Egyptian necromancy.
Okay, you got anything that I can actually use?
I'm not sure, but I think there's a connection between his death and his abduction.
Right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna use good old-fashioned reality and see what the wife has to say. What do you think about that, huh?
Knock yourself out.
I think I will.
As I told Detective Salucci, some of his post-mortem injuries are suspicious. But there is something in his throat.
On the surveillance tape, the necromancer put something in Swanson's mouth.
Really? Perhaps this is the evidence you seek.
Before Mr. Swanson passed away, was he on any medication?
Not that I know of.
Was he taking aspirin or ibuprofen? Any kind of painkillers?
Alcohol. You're asking a lot of questions about a man whose liver gave out.
Well, Mrs. Swanson, the coroner found abnormal levels of paracetamol in your husband's blood. It's a headache medicine or poison, depending on the dosage.
You think I poisoned my husband? For what? The money?
Well, I'm not blaming anyone of anything. It's just that if Diesel were hitting you, or if you found yourself not being able to take it anymore.
Should I be calling a lawyer?
You tell me.
Diesel was a good man who gave up on life.
And maybe somebody helped him along.
If anyone poisoned him, it was those bastards at the Dome who fed him all that booze. Why don't you go and arrest them?
Hey,
Oh, we're not open for another hour.
Detective Salucci, Metro PD. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Ever see this guy hanging out here?
Yeah, Diesel, yeah, he works here. Or he used to. Nice guy. He tipped him when his booze was comped.
So you guys must have talked a lot, huh?
If he wasn't talking to a fan, he wasn't really talking.
Ever see anybody that had a beef with him?
Nah, everybody loved him. And if they didn't, they stayed out of his way.
Coroner found something suspicious during his autopsy, so you know how it goes. Well, thanks for your time. I didn't catch your name.
Willem Carmichael.
If you can think of anything else with Diesel, I'd appreciate a call.
Sure thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing. Did you ever see a guy named Carl Blundell hanging around here?
No, if you did, I didn't see him.
All right, thanks again, William.
I think they might be the same on both sides. Yeah. It's Benubird.
And that's Osiris.
It's the Ba.
What is that?
Diesel Swanson.
How do you know that?
Am I the only one in the room who read the Rosetta Stone? You gotta be kidding me. God, I feel old.
Okay, Benubird, Osiris, Ba, Diesel Swanson. I think this is a requisition form for a soul.
There would be rituals involved in enchanting the tablet, but essentially, yes. But why does he snap the tablet in half?
Maybe the guy who wrote this can help. He mentions a lost chapter in the Book of the Dead, describes a resurrection ritual, involves a clay tablet. He's the closest thing we've got to an expert.
I think he may be more than that. I mean, the same magic he describes in his thesis is being practiced to raise the dead. I think William Carmichael might be our necromancer. Anybody home?
I don't sense anyone.
Never a good sign.
Stay away! I'll kill you too.
He can talk?
He can do a lot more than that.
You could really hear Swanson. He's trapped in there.
Feel sorrier for the man if he didn't try to take my head off. What are we looking for?
Anything?
Is that really necessary?
This from a man who spent a weekend in a Vegas dumpster?
What you found was code for some kind of internet site. And here we go. What's a necrodome?
Necro, dead, drome, arena.
Is this a snuff film?
Technically, they're already dead.
Okay, I've seen enough.
Excuse me.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Shall we? See what's next?
Less than 24 hours till the next fight.
Man, I hate working a deadline.
Who are you calling?
Hey, Mike, it's me. I got something for you. Motive.
No! Screw your schedule. I haven't had time to find another fighter yet. Well, because I was busy stripping the apartment of any evidence. Because some cop was asking questions, all right? No, you know what? You find yourself someone. I'm busy. Hey, what are you waiting for? Get in there. Come on.
All right, that's enough. Where'd you get this?
Corinne dug up a thesis on Egyptian resurrection rituals. We went to go talk to the author and found Swanson's corpse guarding his apartment, and then yeah.
William Carmichael.
What, you know him?
Swanson's favorite bartender.
Wait, so Blundell dies of natural causes, gives Carmichael the idea for Necrodome, and then he needs a challenger.
So, Carmichael slips Swanson a paracetamol soda,
He had ample opportunity.
steals the body, and sets up his next little cage match.
Yeah, but take a look at this. It's a countdown timer to the next match. Carmichael's promising another fight, which means he needs another fighter.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna set an APB out on Carmichael, and I'll see what our tech guys can find out on this website.
Okay, Henry and I will...
You're gonna stay out of it.
What, I give you information and you cut me off?
What, then I say thank you?
Okay, you know what? Finding Carmichael is your case, but retrieving Swanson's body's mine.
Knock yourself out. Jeb, any luck with that site?
Servers in Bulgaria, they tried hiding it with a rerouted IP address.
That's a bad thing.
Uploads originate here, via wireless.
And that means what?
Sourcing location. Triangulate.
Okay. Oh, that's here in the city?
Yep.
Oh, great work, Jeb. Thank you.
Got it. Go get him, sir.
Vicky?
Please tell me you've got something.
Maybe. I can hear something in the background on this audio.
Can I?
You're gonna have to trust me on this one unless you can hear subsonic sounds.
Okay, what is it?
Train 79 Montreal, now boarding.
Okay, there's a night train to Montreal out of Union Station. We'll head down there and work our way out.
You know this can't have a happy ending. When we find Swanson, we're gonna have to stop him. Literally.
Yeah, well, at least Darlene will be able to say goodbye properly. It should be worth something.
Swanson?
Please, let me die.
Looks like we found our next challenger.
Let's go! Move it! Move it! We're live in a few minutes!
That's Mike's car.
He must be close.
Gonna have to have a little chat with him about sharesies.
Must be something.
Well, I guess I should have dressed up. I'm looking forward to this.
I wish I could share the same enthusiasm.
Looks like this could be a tough party to crash.
Looks can be deceiving.
Okay, you know what? Go to Mike's car, give me 3 minutes, then switch on the sirens, then head back in here.
How do I do that?
It's the switch marked sirens.
Sirens.
Connoisseurs of the grotesque, welcome to the Necrodome!
Anytime now, Henry. Nobody move!
Vicky, wait! He's got my...
Done.
Great, you and Carmichael, partners. Nice business plan.
We were partners, till somebody got scared. Billy, come forward.
The power to resurrect the dead, and this is how you use it?
This is how it was meant to be used. I'm not gonna grow old, massaging dead people's hands. Spent years watching my father fawning over them like they were something special. More concerned about them than his own family. The dead are meant to serve us. They will serve me.
They're people. And you're enslaving them for some sick sport.
The fights? Oh, it's a promotional tool. Chance to showcase their skills. And when the right people realize what I've accomplished here, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about the military applications. Billy, take her.
Billy. Of course, William, your friend in the prep room.
Told you to keep your nose out of this.
Yeah, well, I ignored you. Besides, somebody's got to save your cute little ass.
Yeah, and you're doing a wonderful job, by the way.
It gets better, don't worry. All right, Ivan. I'm gonna give you one last chance to surrender.
I got you prisoner. I got the zombies and the gun. Kill them!
You okay? Yeah. Diesel, don't!
Safety's on.
Diesel, stop! Stop! You can beat this. You're strong. You're stronger than him. Diesel, your wife sent us.
Henry!
No! This is what you want. This is what you want.
Henry, are you sure that's such a good idea? Vicky, on your left.
Diesel? Diesel? Give him to me.
As much as I would like to do that, Diesel, he's our responsibility now. Diesel, stop.
Time to find out what a headshot does to a zombie.
He's not a zombie.
You let him do this, that's murder!
Where's he going?
Oh, God, I think I know where. Diesel, stop!
I want to see her.
You're in no condition.
Tell her
She knows. And she loves you. She knows you love her.
Maybe there is a way.
Oh, baby. I'll always love you. It's like he's asleep.
Proceeds from the door.
I'll take care of it.
It's time, my friend. Thank you. What's gonna happen to Ivan?
With any luck, he'll go away for life for Swanson and Carmichael's murders.
Being caught in a warehouse surrounded by dead people shouldn't help his case any.
I think I get it now. The sweetness of death.
It's an acquired taste.